The year is 1969. The place, the North Sea. A seemingly endless expanse of churning water and crashing waves. It might seem an unlikely place to strike it big. But what if I told you that just below that surface lay the key to transforming an ordinary nation into a powerhouse of wealth and influence? Welcome to this channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of how oil reshaped Norway forever. Now, let's dive into the heart of the matter, the black gold that transformed Norway. In 1969, Norway was a quiet corner of Europe. A peaceful nation with a strong focus on fishing, shipping, and basic manufacturing. Life was steady but unspectacular. Then came a seismic shift, both literally and metaphorically. The discovery of vast petroleum reserves in the North Sea was like finding a hidden treasure right off the coast. But the real riches were in the potential, the possibility of propelling Norway onto the global economic stage. However, they needed help to unlock this potential. Enter the American oil company Phillips Petroleum. They saw the promise, and with a joint venture, they brought in the expertise and technology necessary to tap into the riches beneath the waves. The first major find, the Ekofisk oil field in 1971, was just the beginning. What followed was nothing short of remarkable. The Ekofisk field, located around 300 kilometers southwest of Stavanger, became one of the biggest offshore oil fields in history. And with it, a new era dawned for Norway. But with great wealth comes great responsibility. The Norwegian leadership knew that they needed to manage this windfall wisely to avoid the pitfalls that had befallen many resource-rich nations, so they devised a plan. In 1972, they created Statoil, now known as Equinor, a state-owned oil company. This move ensured that the profits from this black gold would stay in Norwegian hands, benefiting the people who had become the custodians of this newfound wealth. To ensure maximum benefit, Norway put some strict rules in place. Foreign companies were allowed to drill for oil, but only in partnership with Norwegian firms. This wasn't just about sharing the spoils. It was about sharing the know-how, about building local expertise that could sustain Norway's prosperity even after the oil wells ran dry someday. In 1990, they took another giant leap. With a portion of their oil revenues safely invested, they set up the government pension fund, often referred to as the oil fund. By investing globally, they shielded their economy from the ups and downs of the oil market. And importantly, they saved a fortune for future generations, establishing a legacy of intergenerational wealth. Today, this fund is the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world, boasting over $1.3 trillion in assets. It owns shares in more than 9,000 companies worldwide and is a shining example of prudent wealth management. So, how did Norway use its newfound wealth? They invested in their people, in education, healthcare, infrastructure, and social welfare programs. They used oil money to build one of the highest standards of living in the world. Today, Norway stands as a beacon of prosperity in Europe, a testament to what can be achieved when natural resources are managed with vision and foresight. But their story isn't without its critics. Some argue that Norway's commitment to economic growth through oil and gas contradicts its image as a champion of environmental protection. After all, oil and gas are the world's single biggest contributor to climate change. However, it's crucial to understand the bigger picture. Firstly, Norway's total greenhouse gas emissions are low compared to larger economies. And secondly, they've made significant investments in renewable energy, electric vehicles, and emission reduction technologies. Their goal is clear: to move towards a sustainable, low-carbon future, while leveraging their oil wealth to drive innovation and economic diversification. The story of Norway is a tale of two sides. On one hand, there's the immense wealth generated by oil and gas, the lavish welfare state it's funded, the high standard of living it's provided. On the other hand, there's the environmental impact, the greenhouse gas emissions. The debate over whether a fossil fuel-based prosperity can ever be truly sustainable. But perhaps the most important lesson from Norway's story is this. In an increasingly unpredictable world, having a diversified economy is crucial. Reliance on a single industry or commodity can be risky. Norway understood this, and so they reinvested their oil revenues, safeguarding their future and ensuring that their prosperity wasn't just a fleeting moment in time, but a legacy for generations to come. So, what's the secret sauce that made Norway's transition so successful? Prudent planning, smart investments, and a clear vision for the future. These are lessons that every nation, regardless of its size or location, can learn from. As we wrap up our journey into Norway's remarkable transformation, remember this: the discovery of oil wasn't just about striking it rich. It was about reshaping an entire nation, about securing a future that no amount of stormy seas could ever wash away. From a small, unassuming nation, Norway has evolved into a global player, all thanks to the black gold in its backyard. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insightful content. And as always, thanks for watching. Until next time, keep exploring